My name is Dina Stearns. I have worked at the Franklin House for the last 12 years. When I first started working here, I'd heard the stories and everything that went with it, and I was just like, I'm going, all right. Came across the entrance to the bar here, and there was a stool, and I moved it out of the way, got my stuff, went back downstairs, came back up for some stuff. The stool was back where it was when I first found it. So I thought, oh, well, I guess this is where it's supposed to belong, but I'm gonna move it out of the way for another moment, and moved it out of the way, grabbed my stuff, and went back downstairs. The third time I came up, the music was on, and the stool was back in the original spot again. Since then, I've had maybe 3 encounters. I was down first thing in the morning doing my paperwork and just heard rattling in the utility box sort of thing next to me. And I tapped it. And you'd think that they would scatter with the noise. Whatever it was, tapped back and scratched at it. And I was like, I don't like this. And all of a sudden there was a coldness behind me. And just as I was like, lights went out.
Franklin House, you know, it's old, kind of a small place.
For sure, the place was old. It even started out as somebody's home at first.
So Dina had given us some information relating to spirits that they suspect were there, Jesse being one.
With a place that old, you never know what's going to come up. Jesse's been seen, spotted, heard, whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what we're going to find. We may find somebody entirely different.
Just the history of the place, built in 1855. That's what's really cool about what we do. We get to go into these buildings and you just feel the history there. You feel people who lived there and built it. As I hear the stories of Jesse and what they've seen and what Dina has experienced, it just makes me want to get right in there and start hunting right away. Hi, Dina.
Hi.
Thanks for having us. We hear there's lots of stories that you can tell us.
I was just finishing my shift, so I came back down to the basement, and there was noises of creaking and stuff, and I thought somebody must be here. The next morning, the girl that was working called me and says, "You're not gonna believe what I heard." And she goes, a random guy came in and says, "Oh, this place is haunted." And she says, "Well, yeah, Jesse's here." And he goes, No, there's 2 others. And he goes, "There's one that follows you to the basement, and there was one that's in the basement. And the one that follows you to the basement is to protect you from the one that's in the basement."
Going by what she told us, a lot of it sounds like poltergeist activity. You know, chairs being moved, stuff like that. Stuff being moved behind a bar, music being turned on. I was pretty intrigued about Jesse, the spirit that they feel is there. Hearing the stories, hearing that there was possibly other children spirits there. Whatever it is, I hope we catch it.
You know, for us as a ghost hunter, we take the stories and the information that's passed to us, and people have claims, you know, what they've seen and who they think is haunting the place, and it's just so difficult to get historic documents, especially related to this building.
I thought Franklin House was really small. But apart from that, it was really old, so it did have history, so I was pretty interested by the stories that Dina had mentioned to us.
I would really like to see like a full-on apparition, see something physically move.
You hear the stories of it and it kind of amplifies your excitement.
So we're gonna do a spirit box session right here because this is where one of the waitresses, she could feel somebody down here, like behind her. So we'll just sit here and ask the box a few questions. Hi, my name's Ryan. I come with respect.
Is there anyone down here that would like to communicate with us?
I was really interested in the room upstairs where things were moved and nobody's been up there. I wanted to cover that room completely with cameras because it's one of our bucket lists is to catch something moving on its own, right? To me, that would be the ultimate goal. Okay, so we got our security cameras set up. Camera 1 here is facing the bar. Camera 2 is a long shot of the bar. They say these stools get moved. Camera 3 is in the basement, is where the eerie feeling is of the presence. And camera 4 is a quick shot of the door though. This is Jesse's door, right? This is where she was supposedly hung. So hopefully we catch something.
I don't know what this is.
It was a really small basement. You could just feel overwhelmed with like anxiety. What do you feel, Rye?
I do kind of feel something, but I can't like explain.
Is that you?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't a good place to do spirit box session or
It was
a
so
EVP
loud.
session, yeah. It was not quiet.
I thought it was kind of gross down there too.
I think it's too loud down here.
Yeah, it might be.
Did you want to ask any questions?
Okay, maybe we should.
Well, I'm gonna go downstairs to the basement and check on the kids and make sure everything's going okay for them. They were a little spooked. I mean, I guess the phone rang, phone went off, scared the shit out of them, but I guess that's when you gotta send in the experts.
It's at 68.2 right now. 74.7 at the panel boxes.
I went down there with the EMF and there was a lot of spikes, but I personally didn't feel anything that was out of the ordinary. I'm just kind of glad it was them that had to go down there, not us.
What we think happens is the spirits gather energy, whether it's off of us or gadgets or batteries drain on handheld devices, and they're gaining energy so they can try to manifest. That's the theory. That's my theory anyways. Just standing here, it went from 48 to 61. If you're down here, you're gonna feel a lot of uneasiness for some.
And she heard tapping on the.
Yeah, some they've heard tapping on the panel box. Tap back because they thought maybe it was a rodent in there.
And it tapped back.
They tap back. Rodents don't do that. I would garner to say that we probably wouldn't get much action down here that couldn't be explained. But having said that, I still can't explain what others have heard, smelled, felt. So with that, I think the best thing to do is just keep a infrared camera going and see if we catch any movement.
So that was a learning tool for them,
Yeah.
you know, to find out that all this EMF around is what's gonna trigger these gadgets that we have, you know, so, you know, that helped them out in a way.
The stairwell, the infamous stairwell.
So this is where Jessie was apparently either murdered or hung herself?
That's correct. That's where they found her, up here. You know, we don't even know exactly when Jessie was here. We don't know. We've just heard bits and stories of her. They're saying that she was murdered, and then they're saying that she hung herself. So, like, they don't even know her last name. You know, they don't know who she was or where she came from. So hopefully, maybe she'll reach out to us.
In any of the research, did you see a Jessie or anything like that?
None that I found. I never once did come across the name Jessie. You know, that's the word. I mean, they even have a drink named after her, you know, so I couldn't find anything related to Jessie and who she was or why she's there or how long she's been there.
Or REM pod's going off.
Yep. Something's pretty close to it for it to be going off like that. Sometimes we'll need to feed off of some kind of energy just so that they can become more powerful. So they may go someplace where there is an electromagnetic field. For example, they've been known to drain batteries of our gadgets that we use. A lot of times too, if they are strong enough, they create their own electromagnetic field. So that's sometimes how we know that there's something there or something among us.
Not feeling any cold air.
Now that you said that about that cold air, when I was standing right there, my back got cold. Okay, here's what's weird. This is froze.
The REM pods start going off, and I think we did hear a couple noises and stuff like that. Jay kind of lost his basket there.
Look, it's recording. You can see the light flashing. It's recording. If you look at the bar, see, he just put his hand through there and set up a different device, and it's still the same.
If you're here, can you show yourself to us? What is that?
Oh, we got something standing on the bar.
So it's right here. This is...
Yeah. It's gonna be right around where the REM pod is.
It won't shut off.
What?
The camera won't shut off. I'm holding the power button right now. It won't shut off. I closed the screen. Definitely strange stuff.
Part of the story is saying they mess with cameras. Pull the battery on that thing. Let's start it all over again. There you go. He got some kind of malfunction with that. And the claims were electronics do malfunction up in there. We were excited for that. Yeah, it's working now.
We have a bingo. You still got something, Tom?
Right in front of me, yeah.
It's
On the bar.
It's pretty big.
Just right of where the REM pod was going off. Well, there's obviously an energy of some sort there. But it's got almost a complete human shape.
Standing right here on the bar. Try and reach your hand in there, Jay. So it's right where your hand is.
Let me come right up to the bar. Is it still there?
Yeah.
When we got the hit on the SLS, ironically enough, it looked like that image was hanging. Mm-hmm. The story's about Jessie possibly hanging herself.
Is it picking me up?
It's small. It's like waist high.
But it's standing on the bar.
Take a step forward this way. There. Okay.
It's gone.
Now move back.
You blocked it. It's gone.
No, it's gone.
Maybe I made him mad.
That's quite possible.
Jesse, are you here with us? And we're trying to get evidence of the afterlife. That's what our pursuit is. And so when we go into these places with our gadgets and we try to experience the paranormal, we take it a next step further. We try to present stuff that they can see and hear. My name is Todd. I come here with respect. I would like to communicate with you. I mean you no harm or disrespect. We just want to know your story. Can you come forward and speak with us? Paranormal just doesn't show itself, or Jessie doesn't want to show herself. She may be there watching us, but she won't let us know she's there. But maybe somebody else would, another spirit that's there. Because I believe that there's not just her there.
You got something else again, Tom?
Yeah.
Can I ask if this is Jessie standing on the bar? I'm gonna reach out my hand. Can you touch my hand? Does it interact with my hand? I'm not feeling any coldness.
Yeah, it reached out for your hand.
I'm not feeling any cold difference.
Well, you move your hand, yeah, it reached, and then when you moved your hand, it kind of shrunk a bit.
So standing back at 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoa, I went down to 62.8.
Guys, this stopped recording.
The camera just stopped?
It stopped recording.
There's still half a battery life left in there.
Yeah, it's just stopped. Guys, this stopped recording.
The camera just stopped?
It stopped recording. Yeah, it's just stopped.
His camera started malfunctioning, and honestly, the first time it went, it was kind of weird. And then a little bit later, Jay lets out this horrendous scream. No, he did. The recorder he was holding started acting up again. That one unfortunately turned out that it was just the memory card was full, so we kiboshed that. Just try and restart it.
Card's full.
Oh, the card's full.
In my defense, that camera doing that at that exact moment played pretty good with everything else that was going on at that particular time. There was the REM pod was going off on the bar, there was other stuff going on, and then the camera froze and I was like, holy shit, something finally happened with me. The media card was full.
I do not find this scary at all. I find it thrilling. I find if there's a chance to interact with the spirit, like I want to know who or what it is, or was, and I want to know the story behind what they're trying, why they're still here, like if something happened to them. But I don't find it scary whatsoever. To me, it's absolutely thrilling, and I completely love ghost hunting, man. I always like to say, if we're in some place and you see me running, you better haul ass out of there. Well, guys, Franklin House. What are your thoughts on Franklin House?
I think Franklin House had a lot of potential. I feel like this night specifically, it wasn't as active as it could have been.
It did have a lot of potential. I mean, something got my camera. Can't deny that. Something got my camera.
We didn't catch any EVPs, so no spirits were talking to us, even on the spirit box as well. We did catch some interesting orbs, though. Well, not really orbs, just kind of light anomalies that I want to show you and we can talk about. The camera was sitting facing the bar. This is the area where Jesse's been seen. The person that found her hanging was actually in that doorway. I'll just play it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Play it again. So what's your take on that one?
Well, do you think that's a reflection, like, or do you think that's in front of the mirror?
It's above the window, because you can see the window and the reflection of the mirror. You know, there were cars going by, it was a street.
If it was a reflection through the window, you'd see it there as well.
And you don't see it in the window itself.
Yeah, you don't see it shining through.
No.
That only occurred one time throughout the night? It's not reoccurring at all?
No, only one time.
Because, yeah, like if it was a car, it would happen more than once, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it was a car, it would have been way brighter. Even if it was only one car all night, it would have been brighter than that.
Well, I think that's a great catch, too.
It was just quick and I can't explain it. Okay, so we're moving on. We caught a couple orbs here, so I want to the first one. We have Ryan come walking through, and this orb follows her.
What the hell? Almost looked like it was going to go around.
See, it follows her, and then it like takes off.
It's not dust, it's not following the air current like dust would. Changing direction, it's changing shape, it's slowing down, it's speeding up. So they gotta be something, but I don't think it's dust.
And also that's the area where the furniture's been moved.
Plus, is this the bar that the glasses go flying off the shelves? Yeah.
That whole room, that's where the thermostat would be turned off and the music would be turned up and down and
Lights.
yeah.
So we were upstairs there, we got a couple little hits on the SLS. We tried to debunk them as to being reflective materials, and we determined that it wasn't. And I think it was the same area that the REM pod was going off.
I think some spirits did come through a little bit there.
With the report of electronics not working or malfunctioning, and the camera did freeze up on me and start making all kinds of racket, and that's never happened.
Plus battery drain too.
Yeah,
right?
the battery drained really fast.
You know, for me, an aspect that is not much talked about is, like, where do these stories come from? The people who work there or have worked there over the years, they all know about Jessie. People have claimed they've seen her head floating, and now they have stories of her being hung or murdered there.
Yeah.
Who knows, like, might not even be named Jessie.
Yeah, I was saying.
Maybe we're calling out Jessie, can you answer us? And the spirit's like, who's Jessie? We're not talking to them. I don't know. You know, what do you think? You got any ideas on that?
The way I see it is just personal experiences. people witnessing or experiencing something happen to them when they just share that story, right? And it goes on and on.
That's what I think it is. I think people love a story like that, and I think forever, that's how it's always going to be. People love to hear a good ghost story.